Welcome to another edition of Progressive Retail. I'm your host, Corey Mosley. Today we're talking about one-price selling and enhancing the digital road to sales. I've got a special guest from John Elway's Crown Toyota. Let's get started. I'm excited to have Ephraim Barcelo. He's the executive manager at John Elway's Crown Toyota joining the show today. Hey, Ephraim, or Eph, as your friends call you. How you doing?
I'm super good. Thank you, man.
I wanted to have you on today because, you guys are doing something unique. I know about 3.5 years ago you went to one price. That's always a controversial topic still today in our industry. But you've also put forth a huge effort in the online purchase process. So I wanted to talk a little bit about your decision to focus on the online purchase experience at the dealership.
For us, it was just real simple. We listen to what the customer wants. And for us, they want just a super transparent buying experience. And what does that mean for us? That means they want whatever they're asking for plus more. So for us, we wanted to focus in on something that allowed the customer to be in full control of the deal. And I love that. That means give them more than they're asking for, let them in behind the curtain, allow them to work the whole deal through our express tool by Roadster. That means, get in there, see all the numbers. Our best and lowest price is posted on the window of my car. So, I don't need to hide anything. I don't hide anything. And listen, this is what customers have been asking for years, Corey. So, it's just high time that we listened and made changes, and we did.
Do you think that it's been an easier transition for you to do that in the online realm because you have 3.5 years of experience outside of the normal negotiation model? Like, has the one price helped make it smoother?
Yeah, I'd say it is, because I believe that you could use still, driving our business online. I think it's just critical. I think the guys that wait too long, you're going to be, leaving all the neat experiences that customers want to interact at every one of the dealerships across the country. They're waiting too long to connect with people the right way. But for us, because we just decided, hey, let's just give everybody everything, and then let's treat everyone with this, they don't have to arm wrestle someone 2 or 3 hours to get my very best and lowest. So, hey, let's just give everyone everything. Let's make sure F&I is also one price. Let's make sure we unpack everything by giving good options and smart choices to people, and allow them to say yes or no. And we tell them, hey, if something doesn't grab you, if the light doesn't come on, if the connection isn't made where it really makes sense for you to move forward, then we tell you to gather everything that I print and go home. Think about it. A decision this big sometimes needs a whole extra day or two to think about it. And there isn't another dealer that I know who's willing to say that, but we think that it's important to just ease up on all the gimmicks, games, and pressures that we've been doing expertly for years. And let's let the customer do it the way they want it, man. I'm serious about it. And we have turned our store around completely by doing this.
Well, Eve, I got to tell you, there's probably some dealers that have pushed pause on the video already now after you started talking about all this transparency and let them go home and let the ether wear off. So if you're still watching the show, if you're still watching after that point, I want to ask you, because the $1 million question with that is, what's the impact on gross? That's what everyone's scared of, right? Is missing the monster deals.
I don't have any monster deals. I just make sure that because my business model, and I'll tell you what, we've done this because we worked at some big public firms before this, and before we all decided to jump off and let's just do it for ourselves and do it the right way.
Right.
Is whether you're at a big store or a small store, because I've been at every single one and did a variation of the same thing. It's give everybody something honest and fair right up front, and they say yes right away. So everyone's afraid that you're going to erode gross profit. You're going to do all these things. Hey, listen, I know for me, when I'm out somewhere and someone's overly communicative, their heart's in the right place, and I feel that they're genuine and they're actually good at what they do, then listen, I'll give you something fair, and even maybe a little more than fair, if you can make the whole ease of what I'm trying to decide on a little more friendly. And this is what we've proven in our little test tube here. We sell over 1,000 cars a month. We service over 6,500 customer pay tickets a month here. We're a huge store. But let me tell you, we treat everyone with this connection that people want when they're doing business. They want to connect with someone who's real, someone who has, some character and some integrity, someone who cares.
You mentioned that you've chosen to go with Roadster. What was the reason why, you've chose them? Because there's some other players out there, but what was the connection to kind of what they're doing that you think has been contributing to make this work for you?
In this space that they only do this express purchase tool that digs right into my web page.
Right.
It's a seamless transition. It allows for a customer to really navigate through this thing without any education. And we tell someone, hey, work through the numbers, chew on a couple different options, save your settings, come back to it later. If something really makes sense, your in-store concierge is right there to go ahead and jump on and walk you through it. When someone arrives at our dealership, we then jump right into the dealership online tool, my dealership tool, and allow my salesman, and I've got 68 of them here,
okay,
to walk through a customer on everyone's smartphone or tablet that we have, or that a customer has, and allow them to see the options and choices on every car.
So let me ask you something there. That's interesting what you just said. So what you're doing though is, right, because a lot of times people say digital retail, they think it's all about the customer transacting online. What I think I'm hearing you saying is part of what your secret sauce is, if there was a such thing, right, is the idea that you're utilizing that technology and their technology in the showroom to enhance customer experience and deliver on your process?
100%.
Okay.
Are you kidding me? This is where it becomes turbocharged.
Okay.
Because when someone goes on, we found that a lot of people still enjoy the whole thing of shopping online and doing all that. But I mean, when it comes to a car, they still want to get inside, touch it, smell it. They want to make sure that when they get here, they connect with someone who's an honest expert, you know? I mean,
what's your average transaction time cut down to since implementing this type of process?
I'm glad you asked, because I'll tell you 3.5.
That was not on my question list, by the way, so that's good.
So we tell someone, as soon as you make a decision on which car you want, you'll be out of here in an hour. Because it shouldn't be one of these things where you stay here all day. No one wants to do that. That was also something our customers told us, man, the whole thing takes too long.
I mean, you're the definition of this show. I mean, it's so much stuff that you're doing there. So I really appreciate you sharing with this, the audience. But let me ask you this tough question. Okay. Many will argue, are you able to do this from a profitability standpoint because you sell 1,000 cars? Or, or you know, can a 100-car dealer take this kind of progressive avant-garde, you know, maybe it won't be avant-garde or so progressive 10 years from now, but right now, the average viewer who's in their store or a leadership in their store is not doing it this way. Is it your size that allows you to get away with this, or?
It makes as much sense or more even in a super competitive market, because I'm in the Los Angeles region. There isn't a more red hot market with dealerships around me every 5-7 miles. And I'm the big guy, so everyone shops against John Elway. And because you can, you can see whatever I'm doing too online for the most part. As soon as you give me, you've been there a few times and you say, yeah, man, I want to unpack all the goodies behind the curtain here. Right. Show me your best and lowest, because it's right there. My point is that it makes sense because, see, rather than tell someone, hey, when you come here, we're going to arm wrestle for 2 hours, because they know it's going to happen.
Right.
I went the other way and said, hey, let's just give everybody way more than you expect to get, including the pricing that you would otherwise get when you're threatening to leave after 3 hours. Right. Give it to them. Because I always get folks that ask me, I get news sales about, hey, how do you prevent someone from taking your price and going somewhere else? I always tell them, no, there's nothing that prevents you. In fact, go ahead and do it. The fact that I chose to give you all this up front and give you all the options and choices and did it super friendly, fast, says that my number is competitive, super competitive. And if someone would beat me by 200-300, then go for it.
Listen, we're winding down. We got a couple minutes left. I can't let you go without asking you this question. What advice do you have for dealers? You give it to me in a minute or less. What advice do you have for dealers that are skeptical about, bringing in a Roadster or launching an online digital retailing kind of initiative at the dealership?
I would tell you, don't wait. Don't wait, because the longer you wait, what you're doing is you're holding back customers that want to come in and actually give you their business and loyalty. The longer you wait, what you're doing is saying that there's still something I'm holding back from being overly transparent and offering you full control of your deal. Listen, when you allow a customer to sit at the driver's seat of whatever experience they want, as long as we make sure that, hey, that when you're here, it's enjoyable and fun, and then it's a great information exchange so that you feel good. People want information. We don't hide anything. And everything that we print, we give it to them. So Roadster allows us to just give that unique customer experience. And let me tell you, I won't be unique or special when everyone figures out that this is what customers want and they do it too.
Right.
But until then, you know, I'm doing what customers want, so everyone comes here. They shop somewhere else, they come here, and they're like, hey, if you're 200 or 300 more, I'm willing to give it to you because I didn't want to do it the other way. And that's what customers have been saying. The difference is that I've listened. That's it. Not we just try a little
Listen,
hard.
your passion is it's coming through the screen, and I know my viewers are going to watch it. And man, yeah. I wish we could do this longer, but you know the attention span of us in the dealer community. So ADD is kicking in right about now. But man, I appreciate you taking the time, Eve, to join us, and you're definitely a guest of the show, and I look forward to having you back in the coming months. Thank you so much.
You're welcome in the Elway house anytime. Thank you, man.
I appreciate you. Well, that's our show for today. As always, I want to thank you for tuning in. If you know someone can benefit from watching this show, please forward it on to them. I'm Corey Mosley, and this has been another edition of Progressive Retail, exclusively on the CBT Network. If you want to know what we're doing to help dealers become more progressive and profitable, be sure to log on to mosleyautomotive.com. I'm Corey Mosley, and I'll see you next week.
This has been a JBF Business Media production.